Word. Hot Steaks back again on this Saturday. Soccer, NFL, Super Bowl 56. Woo, let's go. Let's go. Beautiful day outside. Beautiful day to get to the money. Let's get it. Shout out JB on the beat. Have to run through this. Got my barber waiting on me at 12. Let's go. Let's go. About to be a hell of a weekend. So, Saturday locks. There's a couple we had early. We took Bayern Munich minus 2.5 in the over 3.5. Give a live look at that game. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. 4-1, losing to Bochum, newly promoted team. Come, what? Now, granted, they are missing their starting goalie, straight legend, but you can't let up 4. What's the defense doing? But over in the Premier League, what do we got? The over 2.5 in the Everton leads, and both teams to score in the first half. So Leeds weren't looking good early. Clearly let up 2 goals, but only 2 shots for Leeds. You got Rafinha out there, Rodrigo, Klitsch, Harrison. Come on. Then you got fucking this man up front. 2 goals in his last game. Already got a yellow card early. Not looking good, but guaranteed to hit the over 2.5. So let's get it. Let's run through these locks. 11 o'clock, Terrell taking on Sturm Graz. I don't even think this is available on this shit. You know, RI Sportsbook, straight by Soda. So don't think they have it. You go over to the check. See? Tomorrow. Well, actually today. Don't have it. Just 12 o'clock game. Look all over. That shit, Greece. Nope, not there. So, but that game, keep an eye on it. Guaranteed to hit the over 2.5. 12:30, Belgian Pro League. Mechelen taking out Oostende. Over 2.5, minus 140. Send it. Leuven taking out Cercle Bruges. Over 2.5, minus 130. Send it. At 11 o'clock. Ooh, I don't know if this is going to drop before then. Let's look at live lineups. Dynamo Zagreb over in the Croatian League. Ooh, lineups still haven't dropped yet. Usually they do. They'll probably drop within 10 minutes. But Orsic, absolute beast in attack for them. Guaranteed to win. We're going to take them minus 2.5. I don't know if I take them 2.5. We're going to take them minus 295. And the over 2.5, minus 140. Send it. 10 o'clock, yup. The Everton leads over 2.5. 7:30, we had Southampton plus 0.5 on the road versus Man U. Man U talking about they want Pochettino to coach. They just hired a new coach, months ago. So, bunch of turmoil going on over there. Gotta be careful with Man U right now. So, we locked in Southampton, straight hitters, and it was hella surprising that was plus 130. That's great odds right there. And 10 o'clock, Reading versus Coventry, Wimbledon taking on Sunderland, over 2.5 in both of those. See the live score on that one. Reading up 1-0. What was the other one? Wimbledon. Oh, is that legal? See, 1-0 League One. 3 o'clock, Lyon taking on Nice. Huge matchup over in Ligue 1. So, over 2.5 was at minus 130. You see the update on that. Pretty sure it shifted to minus 140. Minus 140. Send it. That 9:30 game. That's just awful. Ooh. Gladbach scored again. Hoffman. Brank said he's out at 10. Let's go. On to the Sunday locks. That wraps up Saturday. 10 o'clock over in the Belgian Pro League. St. Colossi taking on St. Truden. Over 2.5. St. Colossi, top team in the Belgian Pro League. Score goals left and right. And being at home, we're going to take the over 2.5, minus 130. 12 o'clock, Sparta Prague taking out, what, VIK Polsen? Let me just make sure. What league is that? I'm pretty sure. Czech? It is. Over in the Czech Republic. VIK Polsen. Let's get it. Oh. See, I gotta turn that shit off. So, we're gonna take the over 2.5 in that. That was at minus 135. Still at minus 135. Guaranteed to shift up a little bit. So, get it early. Get the value. Lock it in. 9 o'clock, Premier League. Liverpool on the road against Burnley. Burnley just drew at home versus Man U. But people were saying that's something to keep an eye on. But we see Man U right now not playing well. Coach situation really up in the air. So I don't think that's going to factor too much into this. Liverpool, Luis Diaz, huge signing. Let's give it up for that man. And usually you don't see Liverpool make a big move in the second transfer window. Usually they wait till the summer, but hopping on that because they know Mane and Salah. Salah contract situation. Mane reportedly told his agent he wouldn't mind a move to Real Madrid or Barcelona. So that's tough to hear as a Liverpool fan, but signing Luis Diaz, young, pacey winger, technical ability, getting crosses in, absolute beast, coming over from Porto. Huge signing. Let's give it up again. So Liverpool on the road, minus 1.5. That's at minus 130 odds. Hit yesterday, or was it yesterday? Maybe the day before. I don't even remember who they played. It was a huge game too. Who's scoring? Who's scoring goals left and right? I said Leicester. Thursday. It was 2 days ago. Huge victory on the road. And then this game too, another battle. And the over 2.5 sitting at minus 165. Lock in both of those. And Newcastle, new financial takeover. Kevin Trippier, signed him from Atletico Madrid. Huge signing for them. Already starting. I think a guaranteed lock. Probably my lock of the day. Newcastle at home plus a half. Granted, minus 195 odds. Not the best value, but as long as you know and you're guaranteeing it to win, absolute lock. And versus Aston Villa, granted, new coach, been playing decent. I don't know. They give up goals on the road, so I like Newcastle at least drawn versus Aston Villa. 11:30 in the best league in the world. That's it don't compare. Leicester versus West Ham, guaranteed to be goals in this matchup. Over 2.5, minus 140. Send it. 7 o'clock in the morning. Just getting the crust out your eyes. Monaco at home versus Lorient. Over 2.5. Pretty sure it's hitting like 4 out of the last 5. Send that. And the last lock, what, in Ligue 1? Yeah, that'll probably be our last lock in Ligue 1 for Sunday. 11:05 Lens versus Bordeaux. Lens out there scoring goals left and right at home. Bordeaux, we know they're known to give up goals. So the over 2.5 sitting at minus 175. Let's see. This might have shifted. What's that at? Still at minus 175. Get it in early. Add it to the parlays. Guaranteed lock. And the last five for Sunday. Dusseldorf taking on Schalke. Smooth battle. 7:30 in the morning. 2 Bundesliga dose matchups. I'm going to take the over 2.5 from both of them. Hanover taking on Darmstadt. Guaranteed locks. Lock them both in. And PAOK. Where's that from? Greece. That's what it is. Tomorrow, Greece Super League, PAOK, at home. I think they won like 5 out of the last 6 at home versus Atramitos. We try to rip it. But we taking PAOK minus 300. Guaranteed lock added to the parlay. And the last 2 to wrap up Sunday for the soccer locks. Olympiacos taking on AEK Athens. That's a big matchup over in the Greece Super League. But Olympiacos sitting minus 121. I think they're guaranteed to get the job done at home. That game's at 12:30. Lock it in. And 10:15. Last soccer lock for Sunday. Levante taking on Real Betis. Now, Sergio Canales, he's out for Betis. But as long as you got Fekir in there, you got Iglesias up front, he guaranteed to score goals. Especially taking on Levante, who've been giving up goals left and right all year. I'm going to rock with the over 2.5, minus 145 odds. Ripped it. And tonight, huge UFC card. UFC 271, Whitaker taking on Adesanya. Who's going to miss that? Come on. So, got a few locks on the slate for y'all. Mike Mateta taking on Jeremiah Wells. 2 welterweights, under 1.5. Lock it in. That is the favorite at minus 150, so I think that's guaranteed to end early. Kyler Phillips, not too much value here, but you can add it to the parlay because it's a guarantee. Kyler Phillips, minus 420, taking on Marcelo Rojo. Lock it in. AJ Dobson taking on Jacob Malkoun. This is really a pick 'em. Minus 110 each way. We're going to rock with AJ Dobson in this one. Lock it in. He gets the subs. He can knock you out too. So I think that versatility right there, I think that'll get the job done. This is a little flyer right here, a little value pick. I think he's from around the area. I've seen him pop up on the Twitter feed a couple times. But Fabio Charant, who's 0-2 in the UFC so far. I think he's 7-4 all time. But plus 210 versus Carlos Yoberg, who's also only 0-1 in the UFC. Each fighter looking for their first win. I think Fabio Charant, even though he got knocked out early in his last fight, I think he'll bounce back. Hell of a fighter. We're going to rock with him with the value pick. Plus 210. And these next fights are going to be guaranteed bangers. When I looked at this card, I couldn't believe it. What a card they put together. And Rogan, that boy ain't even going to be calling it. I know Dana White ain't playing into that, but I guarantee you it was just Rogan being like, all right, I'm going to step away from the scene right now. I ain't going to put my face out there like that. Even though he's getting hella support and biggest support from Adesanya. That's crazy. And go look up what Adesanya said about him. It's just crazy right now. But to start off, the 4 straight banger fights. Alex Hernandez taking out Renato Moicano. The under 2.5, guaranteed to hit. These boys are going to be throwing down. And I kind of like Alex Hernandez. Renato Moicano, I'm pretty sure he got knocked out in like 3 out of his last 5 fights. So Alex Hernandez, he's going to stand and trade with him. Him being at plus 140, that's good value right there. Let me see if that shifted. There it is. See? Now plus 135. Just dropped a little 5 points. But that is a key indicator that money is going towards Alex Hernandez. So we're going to rock with Alex Hernandez plus 135. And I think he'll get the job done in under 2.5 rounds. Granted, they only fight 3. Lock in the under 2.5. Jared Cannonier taking on Derek Brunson. Now, each fighter on a little bit of a streak right now. Next fight is probably going to fight for the belt next. So this is a huge fight. But I think Jared Cannonier, I think he gets the job done here. Minus 160. Brunson, I definitely remember that man getting knocked out before. I forget it. I'm pretty sure it was against Adesanya. And granted, Adesanya, he's knocking out Whitaker in 2-3 rounds. Crazy shit. So Cannonier and the under. But Brunson known to have a chin at times. And Cannonier gonna get the knockout, but I'm gonna stay away from the over/under and just lock in that boy to get the job done against Derek Brunson. Cannonier, absolute monster. So the next one, pretty sure this is the co-main event. Derek Lewis taking on that boy Bam Bam, Tai Tuivasa, shoeies all day. But I think Derek Lewis gets the job done here. I have seen Tai Tuivasa get knocked out, and granted, we've seen Derek Lewis get knocked out too. But first, so much greater opponents, and Derek Lewis, he been through it. He been through it. Tai Tuivasa, he kind of been just getting into it. Granted, he's had multiple fights, but nothing really crazy notable. Fighters, I mean, let's look at his. See, knocked out Dawkins. Absolute crazy knockout. Lost to Cyril Gagne, Gagne, absolute beast. Went to round 3. Knocked out Curtis Blades. Knocked out Oleinik. Went to points with Latifi, which I think that was a boring fight. Then you look at Tuivasa, yeah. Knocked out Sakai. Knocked out Greg Hardy. Knocked out what? Hunsucker. Who is that? Struve. That's a notable fighter, but Struve, towards the end of his career, not huge. Got submitted, got knocked out by Junior Dos Santos, which you know damn well Derek Lewis got way more power than Dos Santos. Derek Lewis guaranteed to get the job done here, locking him in -190, and I'm going to rock with the under 1.5. I think he gets the job done in round 1. I don't think that's available for betting, but we will check it. See, there should be a way. They always just do the main event. And in this situation, see, they aren't even doing it for it. So, alternate rounds, what the fuck? So, on to the main event. -280, Israel Adesanya is the favorite versus Robert Whittaker. In the last fight, would he take him out in, I'm pretty sure, round 2. But Adesanya, last knockout, knocked out Costa. Big motherfucker. Previous knockout to that, Whittaker in round 2. I think he gets the job done in the same fashion. Absolute beast. Whittaker, I don't think he's knocked out anybody since 2017. Now, we all know Whittaker's a dog, but Adesanya, different level right now. And straight in his prime, lock him in. -280 and the under 4.5 being at +110. That definitely shifted. It's still at +110, but that's guaranteed to shift, so get the value in on that. Lock that in also. And if you parlay all those MMA picks, +25,000 odds. Send it. And on to the biggest game of the year. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Bengals, Rams. Come on, Super Bowl 56. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. So Bengals, we're going to go over the props first, and then we're going to finish off with some of the prop bets. Might, I don't know, foreshadow my pick, but we're going to hit the props first and give you the straight lock for the over-under and the team straight up to win. And what's kind of whack about it, and you already know that if you watch the show, they aren't even offering you to bet on the MVP. Now, I think my pick for MVP, a little bit of a long shot, but as people been talking and I've been picking up on some stats and information, Leonard Floyd, be on the lookout. Because obviously, Bengals, you have to take care of Aaron Donald. Not that you're going to do it every possession or every play, but you're gonna be double teaming them all day. It's gonna open up lanes for Von Miller. It's gonna open up lanes for Leonard Floyd. If Leonard Floyd could get those sacks, gets like 3 sacks, maybe a forced fumble, return something to the house. I mean, it's gonna be tough if the Rams don't win, but I think there's good value in that. But they aren't offering it. Let's go over the props for Super Bowl 56. Now, we're going to rock with, and of course, Super Bowl Gotta have fun with it. So Bengals plus 100 to win the coin toss. I'ma rock with it. And I know everybody saying tails don't fail. But I think last year I rocked with heads, hit heads. We gonna rock with it again. And I know Pat McAfee got, 40 stacks on the fucking coin toss, and he's rocking with tails, but have to rock with the same thing as last year. Let's get it. And Odell Beckham to score a tutty. I think it's at plus 114. That's good value right there. That's plus return. And plus 260 for the first Rams reception. If you think about it, first Rams reception, granted it could be a tight end, could be a back out of the backfield, say he gets pressure, but you're going to want him to forget about Cooper Kupp. We've seen it before. Odell Beckham get targeted heavy early. Plus 260 for the first reception for a Rams player. I think that's great value right there. Lock it in. And Bengals. Actually, we won't hit this pick yet. The next one, first quarter, we're going to rock with the Bengals plus 130. And granted, has to play in. Well, not necessarily, but it would play in perfect if they won the toss, right? Selected to receive, go out there, score. Because we have seen teams do that, right? Everyone thinks they're going to, get the ball in the second half, let's kick off. I think that young team, I think they're just going to go for it, right? Basically, not really nothing to lose, because obviously they're playing for the Super Bowl, but who thought they were going to be here? So, they're going to be out there not knowing shit from fuck and just playing ball. And the Rams, being there before, and you know Sean McVay, quick timeouts and shit. Sometimes he panics a little bit, but you know the Bengals, first time there in 30 plus years, be out there balling. Jamar Chase rookie year, come on, that's insane. So I think Bengals go up early. It's gonna be a little bit of a scare. If you seen the Rams last week, down 17-7 to San Fran, needed some crazy shit to happen. Needed that safety to drop that pick at the end of the game. So shit just played in. Rams, I mean, you could say snuck in there, but you got to battle throughout the playoffs. And I think little prop bets for players now. Matt Stafford, over 0.5 in toes. Guaranteed to throw a pick. It's at minus 135, which is less favorable than Joe Burrow to throw a pick. I don't know if Burrow throws a pick. He might just go in there locked in. But Stafford, I think he's guaranteed to throw a pick in this one. Lock that in. And Evan McPherson been balling throughout the playoffs. Looking for Vinatieri's record. He was talking on the McAfee show. Crazy. Young kicker. Absolutely boots the ball. Over 7.5 points. I like that. That's even odds both ways. And over 7.5, so you have to get 8 points. That's 2 field goals. And I could easily see that. Drive downfield, couple chunk plays, but Rams defense stepping up in the red zone or the 30 plus. I like McPherson over 7.5. At least a couple field goals, 2 extra points, guaranteed to score at least 2 touchdowns. Lock it in over 7.5. And this will lead right into my lock for Super Bowl 56. CJ Uzomah, who ripped off the knee brace, said, fuck it, I don't even need that. And kind of reminds me, definitely not as severe as Thomas Davis breaking his forearm in the championship and playing 2 weeks later. Just because, just like Uzomah said, I'm not missing the game of my fucking life. You gotta give it up for that man. Let's get it. So Uzomah, 2 score a tutty, and the Bengals to win the Super Bowl, plus 900 odds. Send that shit. And for my locks for Super Bowl 56, you know we rocking with the Bengals plus 160, and I think it'll be a high scoring game. Bengals secondary, they've been susceptible all year. Been stepping up lately, but if it wasn't for that second half versus the Chiefs was straight balling. And God knows what happened there. That was absolutely fucking insane. Chiefs blew the parlay last week, but we were straight on fire either way, so it didn't matter. And the over 48.5 in this one, lock it in. And that wraps up the locks for the weekend. Soccer left and right. Let's give you a live look on that. Dynamo Zagreb, Orisic out there. Yup, Orisic, Andrić, even Nusic. That boy is dipping. Let's go. So who else? Reading, Coventry, 1-1.5. I like it. Sunderland, Wimbledon, 1-1.5. I like it. What are the other one? Mechelen, Oostende, Leuven taking on Cercle Bruges. That's guaranteed. Guaranteed overs. Belgian Pro League, got to keep an eye on it. Bayern still down 4-1. Absolutely garbage, motherfucker. But that wraps up the show. Let's get JB on the beat one more time to close this thing out. Turn that up for me. There we go. Hey, Super Bowl 56. Let's have a weekend.